Hello, this is Katy from Backpaddock. I'm going to show you today how to create a mapping layer with soil test results. So I'm going to be doing a pH layer with just a graduated legend. So I'm going to go to my mapping. So this is a client file that I've got here. I've imported some soil test results that are sitting in 2014. So they're a few years old. I'm going to create some layers from those. So I'll go to mapping. And the first thing I want to do is bring up my paddock boundaries. So I'm going to click my triple stacked show boundaries box under layer manager. And then I'm going to click on the create new map layer from data icon here that you can see under layer manager. Alright, so this is my little wizard. So first I'm going to choose my year. So I know that my data that I want to interrogate is sitting in 2014. Then I go to expand soil health and plant nutrition, expand SoilMate, expand analyte result, and what I mean by expand is click the plus sign to the left of, and then I'm going to choose the result that I want to interrogate. So for this one I'm going to be looking at a pH H2O. So I click next. I'm then going to select custom legend with my render field as my analyte result and click finish. Okay, so this has given me individual colors for each of the individual pH results that we have in the system. So what I want to do is create a graduated map from these rather than having, let's say, 15 different results. I just want to show a few different colors. So I'm now going to go into Set Layer Formatting and Properties, which is under Layer Manager for the analyte result layer. And I'm going to go to Legend. Right, so you can see from my actual legend on the right hand side here that my results range from 5 to 9.3. So I'm going to say that I want an interval of 1 for my results. So the first thing I want to do is actually reset my query table here. So I click reset in the center of the form. This will remove all queries. I say yes to that one. I now want to select my attribute. So I'm going to be looking at analyte results. And I want to set an increment of 1 with a minimum of 5 and a maximum of 10. So this is going to incorporate all of my results at intervals of 1 pH. I then click build to build that legend. Excellent. So that has now built my framework. I now want to go back through and assign colors to each of these little queries here. So I click on polygon. I click on default down the bottom and I select my first result. So this is a 5. So this is going to be my lowest one. So I'm going to create a fill color of bright yellow for this one. Show in legend is ticked. That's good. So I move down to my next one. For the 6s, I'm going to go a slightly more orangey color. And I just work through to get the gradient that I want. So I'm going to go a light orange. And then I want to go a bright orange. And then my last one, I'm going to go a red. So all I've done, I've just been selecting these drop downs here and choosing a fill color under polygon. Once I'm happy with those, I click on apply and then I click on OK. So we can see here that my legend is now changed from having individual results to being ranges. So 5 to 5.9 is yellow, 6 to 6.9 is pale orange, etc. all the way up to the mark. The one thing I don't have here is any labels on my map, so I'm just going to jump back in to the vector layer properties, click on labels, and I'm going to choose paddock name as my label. Okay, actually I'll just do the same thing for that paddock boundaries there. So that's what I've just done is I've just swapped the order of the layer manager here. Whatever's on top on this layer manager on the left hand side is what you're going to see on top. So if you're creating several layers and for example you might have a solid layer and a hashed layer, if you've got different chemicals or different results that you wanted to chart on the one map, you want to make sure that your hashes are above your solids. So in this case I wanted to make sure that my paddock label maps, including the paddock boundary, was on top of my analyte results so I can see that label on these colors. I'm sure that is crystal clear. So anyway, what I've got here is I've actually created a layer with different ranges for my pH H2O results, and I now want to save that as a mapping project that I can quickly bring up again. So down under map projects here, I click map projects down the bottom left and I click on the triple stacked icon to create new map project on the left under layer library map projects. I give this project a name, so I'm going to call this one PH H2O 2014 results, and OK. And you can see down here in my mapping projects, I've now got PHH2O 2014 results. So let's say I close the program down, I've just reopened it and I want to bring up that layer again, that mapping project. So I come back down to mapping projects, I click on PHH2O or your mapping project name, and you click the red arrow icon to load that project to viewer. And you can see here it's got all of my colors. It's actually got my paddock names highlighted there, and we are ready to go. So that is everything we needed to do for that one. So if you would like more hints and tips, don't hesitate to jump onto our help desk website. It's just a backpaddock.com.au help desk, or just keep tuned for some more videos. Thanks for listening.